時の政府はそれを阻止するため、サニワなるものを歴史の守りとした。サニワの物の心を霊気する技により、刀剣は人の形を得て権限する。
Alright guys, first of all, and I've been wondering what's been going on with this one since reveal, Koei Tecmo actually just came up with a new trailer for Touken Ranbu Warriors. A Musou game, as always, is the case with Koei Tecmo games, announced August last year, and actually a popular franchise for those of you new, based on a PC browser game with the same name. Check it out over here, Ranbu Warriors, releases on May 24th, and this is how it looks like.
忍び寄る時間素行軍、
貴様への仕置きだ。押し切る。負けるわけにはいかないよな。
Coming up behind that, actually quite surprisingly about 48 hours ago, Rabbit and Bear Studios came up with a release date of Eiyuden Chronicle Rising. What I would guess you'd be probably already familiar with if you were a fan of the old Suikoden series, or mainly RPGs or action RPGs. Check it out. Rising was announced at E3 last year and said to be a town building and dungeon crawling at its core. Here is the new trailer. This game also releases on May 10th.
Do you want to fight?
Let's go!
Guys, about a month ago, developers of Xenocrisis, going by Numbskull Games, actually responsible for some of the greatest retro games so far, came up with the reveal of a new game called Final Vendetta, which is, as you could probably tell, an 80s classic-inspired arcade beat-em-up. I want to say inspired by Double Dragon games, but none of y'all probably here know that one. So do take a look at the trailer. This game's set to be released between mid to late this May.
Again and again. Yep, that's it. You got him, Miller. Battle across 4 unique game modes. Wield deadly weapons. Take out the trash. Then eat it. One last fight. Final Vendetta!
Choose what kind of legend you want to write. Do you have the spirit of a great soldier?
A little less than a month ago, however, Retroforge, some fine developer folks if I say so myself, actually came out with the reveal of a Souls-like Metroidvania I've actually mentioned on the channel countless times, going by Soldiers, a 16-bit inspired hardcore platformer. Soldiers over here actually offers a really neat twist, which is you get to play as different classes such as Scout, Archer, and a Caster, which is basically a magician. It's a great looking game in my opinion. This one releases on May 19th and said to be coming to all consoles as well. Check it out.
But don't get too confident. Never underestimate the enemy. They could be more powerful than you imagine. Will you be strong enough to succeed? and bring your fellow soldiers back home.
Coming up at number 5, it is Seven Pirates Etch. The English version over here was finally given a release date, in the West finally, and set to be released actually worldwide on May 12 this year. What this game is at its heart, for those of you wondering, is a game formerly known as Genkai Toki 7 Pirates, a PlayStation Vita exclusive, and a turn-based action RPG. You might want to check this out. Now, Deadlock Entertainment, on the other hand, in case you have been waiting on this one, went on and announced a release date of May 4th on their bullet hell shooter game we all know by Wildcat Gun Machine. According to these fine folks, this game actually comes in with a unique art style and some epic set-piece boss battles through dungeons, and also at the same time incorporating, as you could tell, elements of games such as Hades. Check it out. To accompany the great news, they also came out with a brand new trailer for this game.
Wildcat Gun Machine.
On the other hand, we have Snow Bros Special, an arcade classic platformer, actually first released more than some like 30 years ago. A game you could say actually so good that even ported multiple times over to different consoles over the past decade. The new Snow Bros Special, however, now even includes more modes, challenges, basically content in which you can even play as your own enemies. Check it out. This one releases on all consoles as well, May 19th.
The forces of... never mind. Introducing Earth's newest hero. You!
Earlier this year, during the New Game Plus Expo, NIS finally came up with a reveal of Freeney Presents NIS Classics Volume 3. Apparently a collection that contains 2 classic NIS games, La Pucelle Ragnarok and Rhapsody, a musical adventure. Both of which, in case you're wondering, are basically strategy games. The first one, an RPG, and the second one, a tactics. Here you can actually get a good glimpse of what they're all about as well. The collection itself releases on May 10. Check it out.
Far and wide to thwart evil. Get him, man! I can do this! Train hard and get stronger every battle.
Your final mission is to defeat Dark Death Evil Man and save Super Baby!
A family who have suffered a chain of inexplicable deaths over the span of a century, the Shijima family. Mystery writer Haruka Kagami pursues the truth behind 4 mysterious murder cases. Transcend time and relive past murders.
Moving on, it is the Centennial Case, a Shijima story. This game is releasing for basically all consoles on May 12. For those of you new here, this is a live-action mystery adventure mix of detective novel and directed by the same guy who did the old Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain. Check it out. Here is the trailer that Square Enix just came up with.
The first case takes place 100 years ago, in 1922. The player first sees the entire murder as it unfolds with their own eyes. All of the clues needed to unravel the mystery can be found somewhere in the video itself. And you can check clues and information on the characters involved in real time. Use the clues you have gathered to come up with a hypothesis in the cognitive space. Which hypothesis is the truth? That's for the player to decide. But some hypotheses may lead your deduction down the wrong path. Select the correct hypothesis to track down the killer. Build together a connected path of logic and identify the killer. Make the wrong decision, and a bad ending will await you.
Well, I'd call this a mess, but it's sort of the elemental opposite of messy.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. And if you're willing to take the leap of faith, I promise you, I'll do everything I can to support you.
On the other hand, we have P-Cube that also just came out with the news that their visual novel arcade Spirits, the new Challengers, is now going to be released on May 27. For those of you not new, however, this is actually a follow-up to 2019's arcade Spirits and set in an alternative timeline where arcades never went away. Check it out, the rest of which you will figure out soon.
You've stirred something deep within me. Something I've never felt before. Together, we're going to build a better tomorrow. We'll do it side by side.
Yes, 100 times yes. I'd simply love to go out on a date with you.
Hooray! We punched people in a video game. Society approves of digital violence. Some days you get the radioactive mutant space bear, and some days the radioactive mutant space bear gets you, I suppose.
What brings you to this little arcade? Most folks come for the laundry or the pizza. Sounds killer. I'm absolutely up for more of this cozy feeling we found.
All eyes are on the local laundromat crew. Do they have what it takes to go all the way? Who knows?
Eat all the Pac Dots while escaping from ghosts in Pac-Man. Become the invincible Super Pac-Man and eat up all of the fruit in Super Pac-Man.
And last but not least, we have Pac-Man Museum Plus, which is also basically a compilation of all 14 games from Pac-Man's over the past 4 years or something. Basically, the series' lifetime. This entire series now actually comes our way with a mission-based progression system where completing game missions rewards you with even more content. Check it out. Pac-Man Museum Plus releases on May 27, and this is how it actually looks like.
Time. Play with a friend in this arrangement of the Pac-Man series. Pac-Man Arrangement Arcade Version. A variety of gimmicks will appear in the Pac-Man Arrangement Console Version. Play Time Attack to compete for the high score with overwhelming speed in Pac-Man Championship Edition. Knock the enemies off the stage. Up to 4 players can play in Pac-Modos. Roll Pac-Man, collect the Pac-Dots, and aim for the goal in Pac-and-Roll Remix. Up to 4 players can play Who is the Strongest Pac-Man in Pac-Man Battle Royale. Keep running and avoiding the ghosts. Up to 4 players can join in Pac-Man 256. The more you play, the more missions you'll unlock and the more coins you'll earn. You can use your coins to play arcade games, or you can spend them to customize your arcade. Release your Pac passion in the Museum Plus. Pac-Man Museum Plus.